Hello and good afternoon. My name is Shani, and I am the Senior Vice President of Administration at the Urban League. But one of my objectives and responsibilities is to make sure that we pass out financial education information to the community. So I'm here today with Miss Shana Lewis, and she's the Community Outreach Specialist at True Sky Credit Union, one of our wonderful partners. And I'm so happy. Shana and I have known each other for some years. And so this is kind of like catching up time, but we're talking about business.
So yeah.
And so we get to have a personal conversation, but share it with everybody on Facebook.
Yeah.
And I'm going to turn it over to Shana so that she can talk about our topic for today. And we're going to go maybe 5 to 10 minutes on this topic, and then we'll take it from there.
So, who likes the word budget? Do we like that word? I don't think you really like that word. When you hear the word budget, I know you're probably thinking like, what is that? I don't even know what that looks like. Who is she? Who is he? Whatever. Right. But it is so crucial to our lives to have a budget. And when I say budget, it doesn't necessarily have to be this Excel spreadsheet that most people put in their brain. Like, I got to have a financial advisor. I got to have these lines and items. No, your budget can be as simple as being in a notebook, or if you are an Excel spreadsheet person, you can do that. But it's just really listing out your income and your expenses and just, working your way down and seeing how much money you have left over, having designated line items such as your, a lot of people don't put this in their budget, like your what am I trying to say? Your eating out. A lot of people don't put eating out in their budget, but that is a line item. So you put that in there and include that. But a budget is a roadmap to helping you be successful in your finances. And without it, we can just literally wreck ourselves. I've tried a life without a budget. Have you tried a life without a budget?
I'm remembering, as you're talking, I'm remembering the life without a budget. And it's like scattered. You don't know where, you don't know what's going on. You don't know where your money is. You just broke all of a sudden, right?
And then we just think like, we have this whole notion of, I think I may have like $200 in my account. So we don't want to live like that, because when we think that way, then we end up overspending. We end up getting ourselves in some holes. So one of the things I just want to talk about today is like how budgeting can really help you. It reveals waste as well. So like when you have those budget items, you can kind of look at your budget and see, okay, how am I wasting money? One of the biggest things that we were talking about was food. Like it reveals those food waste. Or you can look at your cell phone and look at all those different services that, am I really using all this stuff on my cell phone? What am I really being billed for? So it kind of reveals that waste too, where you can see like, okay, well, I'm paying too much for this. Maybe I can call some people and see if I can get this down. Maybe I could go without something. But it also kind of reveals where your money is. Where's your money going? The next thing is you want to grow a savings. Budgeting is always about also having savings. You must pay yourself. I am a big advocate about paying yourself first. And the reason why I say that, I don't care if it's 10 cents, 20 cents, $1, $100, $20. You do what's best for your budget. You only know how your money works. I'm not a person that makes people feel like, well, you need to have at least $100 to give out, because not everyone's finances is like that or set up that way. But if you only have $10, then put that $10 in your savings, because it's going to grow. And then when you see it grow, you're going to say, oh my gosh, I want to put more money, because now you have this nest egg. And the typical amount that you want to have in your savings just to start out is at least $1,000 for emergencies. And so it may take us a little bit longer to build that, but I think it is so needed. So when something does happen in your life, you have the savings to go to versus trying to go into payday loans, which is a whole nother thing that I think we're going to do a whole segment on payday loans. But you want to make sure that you have some type of savings to help you out if any emergency occurs, or just to have that money there. So that always is very helpful.
Shana, I was going to say, to me, it sounds like, getting your mind right for saving. And I feel like it's a self-discipline. You just talked about, let's say $1,000 is the goal for a personal savings account for emergencies. So it's like, okay, get disciplined. $25 a paycheck, move it to a bank account. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is, and when you do it, you'll feel like, I did that. I'm in control. These bills and all of these expenditures are not in control of me, because I dictated where my money went.
Exactly. And like we were saying, like that's the next thing, is transforming your mindset towards your money. You just hit on that. Because we all have a mindset towards money. And I've always tell people, you have to know what your money personality is. My money personality is spending. What is yours?
I'm half and half. You know, I'll splurge. I'll have me a week where I'm really spending, and then after that, I'm like, never again. But you know.
Yes, well, and you know, it's so important to know that about yourself. So, say for instance, I'm a spender. It's very hard. I had to train myself to be a saver and pay myself first. So, one of the things that I did, and some things that you could do, is have a whole nother account for your savings. If that works for you. Some people cannot have their savings in their checking all together. Right. It does not work, because when you see your savings amount, you're thinking like, I got some money, just move it.
What was that thing where they said the way my account is set up? Yeah. Like, we don't need our account set up.
Yeah, you don't want to be like, the way my account set up, I got to transfer my money from my savings to my checking. You don't want to do that. We've all been there before. So if you are a person who cannot have your savings and your checking in one spot, do not have it in one spot. You can treat your money with accounts like an envelope system. Mm-hmm. So you can have an account for just your savings. You can have an account for just your bills. You can have an account for whatever, your vacation. And at True Sky, we have that where you can have sub accounts. Like you can just have this envelope system for your money. But that actually helps you become disciplined, because you know that if I'm spending out of this account is for my bills. This account is for my groceries or whatever I need, my personal items. But you're setting up a different mindset for your money. You're creating a discipline. So I am a big advocate. If you cannot have your savings and you're checking all in one, then just get another account. Just have a whole nother account for that. So that's so helpful. And two, having a budget, lastly, it reduces stress. A lot of us are up so late at night or just during the day and just at our jobs, a lot of times just thinking about money, just thinking, even though we're there making money, we're thinking about the lack of money. And sometimes just having that simple budget and just sitting down and looking at your money and not overspending and looking at, I know a lot of us say, well, I don't have any money. I don't have enough money. Oh, we find money for the things that we want to do. So looking at those things and saying, hey, I know that I like to go out to eat, or hey, I like to shop, or do those different things, then you can just kind of figure out how you can tweak it so that can reduce your stress. And I'm always looking at different ways. Like I said, I mentioned, I don't have cable. And that's one of the things that I felt like I had to have. But I realized I wasn't spending a lot of time at home. So what was the whole point of spending $150 a month on just cable? And it just didn't work. So, having a budget, I know it's like a bad word for many of us. It was a bad word for me for many years, but it took discipline. It took time management. It took me constantly not making the budget, but looking at the budget every day. Make it to where you can look at it and see it. Like I said, if you want to just have a notebook, which is all your expenses and income, do it that way. That's the way I do my budget. Just make sure that you're looking at it. That's how you become successful in it. That's how you keep on track with it, because it's one thing to have it, but it's another thing to follow your budget. And like we always say, we want to always give you resources at True Sky. If you're interested in being a member, all you have to do is live, work, attend school, any of the 8 counties that we service. We are here in the community to help you with your financial needs. So if you just need someone to talk to about like, hey, I want to save money, how can I do that? We do have some products and services that are helpful to you, help you save money to meet that goal. So we are definitely here. We have 8 locations. If you're interested in the location that's near you, all you have to do is go to trueskycu.org and just kind of look at our products and services. And we're here. So I'm so excited to be sharing these tips with you and being in partnership with the Urban League. They are so helpful to you in meeting your needs as well.
Great. Thank you. And I wanted to thank Shana, because this was just a brainchild idea we had a couple weeks ago, and we've already started recording and posting these on our Facebook page. So just free information for you guys. I want you to know how great of a credit union that True Sky is. And so when we post this, we'll have the website and different links and things that you can go to get further information. So thanks for joining us today, and we will be back shortly.